If you've ever watched your Google Ads budget vanish without generating a single solid lead, you've likely fallen victim to the platform's default settings. These configurations are designed to prioritize reach over your specific profitability, quietly siphoning funds into a void of irrelevant clicks. Today, we are going to build a tightly controlled search campaign from scratch. We will walk through the exact steps to bypass those hidden traps and structure an account that captures active buyers. Before we start clicking around, you need 3 things in place: a standard Google account, a live website, and a sharply defined conversion goal. You need to know exactly what action actually makes your business money, whether that's a product sale, a form submission, or a phone call. Setting up this architecture correctly from day one is the difference between blindly gambling your cash and building a predictable revenue machine. Let's get to work. Do not launch a campaign until you have set up conversion tracking. If you skip this step, you are just running blind. Spending money without knowing what actions drive revenue is financially reckless and guarantees failure. First, connect your analytics. Go to Tools, navigate to Data Manager, and select Google Analytics. Linking your account ensures you can track website traffic and user behavior accurately. This interface shows exactly where we define success for the algorithm. Under the Goals menu, hover over to Conversions and open your settings. Here, you create a specific conversion action, like tracking when someone completes a checkout or makes a phone call from your ad. Once configured, you have to validate it. Submit a test form on your own site or trigger a test call. Confirm that the conversion records correctly inside your dashboard before you add a single dollar of budget. Google's optimization algorithm is entirely literal. If you don't feed it accurate conversion data, it will gladly optimize perfectly for cheap clicks that never turn into actual customers. With tracking locked in, click New Campaign and select your objective. When prompted for the campaign type, choose Search. Beginners should avoid blended AI-driven channels like Performance Max. Search targets people actively typing in exactly what they want. Next, you'll see bidding options. Google pushes automated bidding right away. Skip it. Choose Manual CPC. Automated bidding requires historical data to work properly. Since you don't have any yet, Manual CPC keeps you in full control of your maximum cost per click. This pipeline shows how the network trap drains funds. A primary search pipeline delivers targets, but Google's default side valves for display and search partners leak budget. Uncheck them immediately. Closing these side valves forces your entire budget down the main pipeline. Under location targeting, select Presence, not the default presence or interest. Leaving interest checked means a Chicago plumber pays for clicks from users hundreds of miles away. Presence ensures your ads only show to people physically located in your service area. Manually overriding these specific default toggles immediately prioritizes the quality of your traffic over the sheer volume of clicks.
Now we structure the ad groups. The internal architecture of your ad groups directly dictates how relevant your ads are, which in turn controls your cost per click. This model contrasts failing and winning structures. The left dumps unrelated keywords together, like speech delays and trampolines. The right focuses exclusively on family activity. Mismatched clusters plummet system relevance, dropping quality score and penalizing you with higher costs. To keep tight control, use specific match types. Writing your keywords in brackets creates an exact match. This heavily restricts the algorithm, telling it to only fire your ad when a user types in that exact phrase or a very close variation. Writing your keywords in quotation marks creates a phrase match, allowing additional words before or after your phrase. Avoid using open broad match entirely during launch. It gives the algorithm too much flexibility and often triggers irrelevant searches. Utilizing tight keyword themes and restrictive match types filters out passive research traffic, directing your budget toward users demonstrating clear buying signals. With targeting locked, we write the messaging. The primary rule here is intent matching. The top headline of your ad must exactly mirror the keyword the user just typed into the search bar. This mockup shows how to dominate search results. The top ad uses site links and callout extensions to physically expand its footprint on the page. The bottom ad skips them and gets lost. Adding these extensions makes your ad larger, more noticeable, and increases click-through rates. Finally, we set the daily budget. The biggest mistake you can make right now is arbitrarily guessing a number. We need to approach this mathematically. This equation is your baseline formula. Multiply your estimated cost per click by 10. If a click costs $2, your minimum daily budget is $20.
This 10-click minimum generates enough daily data to measure what's actually working. You have aligned the exact search phrase, built an oversized ad presence, and set a strictly calculated budget. The foundation is properly laid, and your campaign is ready to launch. Once the campaign goes live, your absolute biggest challenge is resisting the urge to tinker with it. You must observe a mandatory waiting period. The campaign needs to gather 50 to 100 clicks before you make any structural adjustments. Reacting to single-day fluctuations will break your momentum. Let the data accumulate. After you've gathered enough clicks, open the search terms report. This is your primary diagnostic tool. It strips away the guesswork and shows you the exact phrases real users typed in before clicking your ad. Look through that list carefully. When you spot searches that don't match your offer, turn them into negative keywords immediately. Making this a weekly habit permanently plugs the leaks in your budget. Once this disciplined structure is in place and your cost per acquisition is profitable, scaling your budget is no longer a gamble. You are simply feeding a proven system.